Hello friends, very good evening to all of you. So let's begin our session with meditation. So let's meditate for 10 minutes. I request everyone to please close your eyes. Sit in a relaxed posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands. Gently close your eyes. Completely relax your body. Now, focus on your normal and natural breath. Focus on your in-breath and out-breath. Do not entertain any thoughts. Just be connected with your breath. Let's meditate for 10 minutes. Last 10 seconds. Now gently place both your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. Now please remove your hands from your eyes and open your eyes. Thank you so much, friends. So, as part of our 40 days enlightenment or no death sessions, we have with us Master Pradeep Aniruddha from India. So he is working as a legal consultant. He has earlier worked in many premier MNC software companies, and he's so fond of reading books and sharing his wisdom. He has read more than 5,000 plus books, and he experimented on several meditation techniques and had done several sittings of continuous 10 hours of meditation. So he extensively spread meditation in India and across the globe, and he has touched more than 11 lakh people through meditation, traveling 22 states of India. And he ran 2 free community meditation centers, one dedicated to training youth on job and life skills. And he trained students and several corporate employees on various subjects, including stress management and science of meditation. And he was given an opportunity by Patriji as All India PIMA president. So under his presidentship, Pyramid Young Masters Association has flourished into greater teams with thousands of youngsters getting benefited through meditation and positive transformation. So, and also he had transformed himself into vegetarian and inspired many. And he has coordinated many vegetarian rallies by designing first ever lightweight vegetarian placards in 6 languages. And he has conducted several spiritual science workshops and trekkings. And with the support of Grandmaster Prabodh, he conceived and organized numerous deep spiritual science workshops on various topics like dreams and astral projection, emotional intelligence, awareness. And he also contested as MLA twice and once as Member of Parliament. So, Pradeep sir, we welcome you. Over to you.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi Garu. Thank you so much. And my grand namaskar to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, who has taken meditation to many parts of the world. Am I audible, friends? Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Thank you. How much time do we have got?
So we have 45 minutes.
Good. Thank you. Friends, enlightenment on no death. So that is the name of this series. So it didn't just say that light on death, but it said enlightenment on death. The context of understanding the death is already created there. The context is enlightenment. It is not just a light, throwing a light on the darkness over there, throwing a light on the ignorance over there, throwing a light on the absence of wisdom. It is not just throwing a light on the absence of wisdom, but it is Enlightenment, that particular word is used, enlightenment. What's the difference between light and enlightenment? Enlightenment, Telugu, I really liked the word translation by Patriji. He said, it is Divya Gnana Prakasham. Divya, divine, Gnana, wisdom, Prakasham, light. So it is not just simple light, but it's a divine light, a divine wisdom light. It is not just a wisdom light, but a divine wisdom light. So a divine wisdom light, when focused on death, so what would come? What one can understand, what one can achieve, or in which way one can evolve, in which way one can get enlightened with the concept of death. So that is enlightenment on death. Enlightenment can be a one-time phenomena, or it can also be an evolutionary phenomenon. I want to repeat this particular statement. Enlightenment can be a one-time phenomena, or it can be an evolutionary phenomenon. So it can be both. It can be a one-time phenomena, and when it starts, then it becomes an evolutionary phenomenon. Enlightenment is nothing but a lifestyle, a divine lifestyle. And when enlightenment happens, there are several definitions of people when that enlightenment happens. But what I like to propose, or what I like to understand enlightenment is that phenomena when a person is able to see himself not just as a body, but as something else. Something else also. When a person is able to see himself not just as the body, but as something else also, that is the moment of enlightenment. Because we are so attached to the body, we are so attached to this life, we are so attached to this one lifetime, we are so attached to the relationships of this life, we are so attached to the materialistic wealth of this life. So every person has got that attachment. But a person who is on his way to enlightenment, at that point of time, when he realizes that he is not just this physical body with whom he has been identifying himself all the time, with whom he has attached himself all the time. The moment a person realizes that he is not just the physical body, but he is also present beyond the physical body, that moment of realization you can take as enlightenment. You can take as Atma Sakshatkara. And this is also related with death. Because the moment you realize that you are not just limited to this physical body, the very first moment that you have realized that you are not just limited to this physical body, but you also exist beyond this physical body, then that is the moment where you will understand that the death is only to the physical body, but not to you, because you are existing beyond the physical body also. That is what the essence of Vedas, the Gnana Khanda of Vedas. You have 4 Vedas: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. And there are 4 parts in Vedas. The 4th part is Upanishads. And the whole summary of Upanishads is given in Bhagavad Gita. And the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita, there's so much of wisdom that is given in Bhagavad Gita. But if one has to take the wisdom from Bhagavad Gita, one of the significant point that Bhagavad Gita instills into people's mind or into a seeker's mind is that wisdom what Lord Krishna has given the wisdom to Arjuna. Lord Krishna in 2nd chapter and 12th verse. That is where Shankaracharya said, from here only I will write the Shankara Bhashya. I will write the explanation for these verses. I will not consider the first chapter, Vishada Yoga, as yoga itself. I'll start writing the explanation from here. I'll start writing the Tatparya from here. The shloka says, Ashocyan Anvashochastvam Pragna Vadansha Bhashase Gatasun Agatasunscha Na Anushochandi Pandita. So when Arjuna had dropped his weapons, saying that all these are my relatives, how can I kill them? So he gets into a suffering mode. That is the same kind of suffering what most of us have. That is the same kind of fear most of us carry. Of all the fears, one may have a fear of heights, one may have a fear of public speaking, one may have fear of death. So out of all the fears, fear of death is one of the major fears, right? So he says, Ashocyan Anvashochastvam. You need not cry for something which you need. You don't have to cry for something which you need not cry. Ashocyan Anvashochastvam. You are crying for something which doesn't need it to be cried. Ashocyan Anvashochastvam Pragna Vadhanscha Bhashase. And then you're thinking that you're speaking with Pragna. You're thinking that you're speaking with a lot of wisdom. No. Gatasun Agatasunscha. Gatasun means, Gata means past. The people who have existed in the past. Agatasunscha means the people who are living now. Gatasun Agatasunscha Na Anushochanti Pandita. You don't have to cry for people who have already left their body, who have existed in the past, who are not existing now, and people who are existing now. You don't have to cry for anything. Na Anushochanti Pandita. Be that Pandit who doesn't cry for the people who are existing or people who don't exist now. Be like that Pandit. Be like that wise man. That is what he says. That is where he starts giving a wonderful wisdom. That's a beginning. And as it proceeds further, he says, Na jayate mriyate va kadachinnayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanjate hanyamane sharire. What does that mean? Na jayate mriyate va. He is telling the nature of the self. He is telling the real nature of the self, which everyone has to realize. And you will not realize the real nature of the self when you are dealing with the world in gross manner. You need to go subtler. You need to go subtle. You need to go into yourself subtler and subtler. You need to touch your subtler self, not your gross self, not your visible self, not your physical body. So you need to go into your own self, which is more subtle and subtle. And the way to go inside is meditation. So when you do meditation, when you do lots and lots and lots of meditation, when you do intense meditation, then some magic happens. Then one will understand. Na jayate mriyate va. You don't have birth. Na jayate. Birth, you don't have birth. Na jayate mriyate va. You don't have death. Kadachinnayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. Bhutva means you have existed in the past. Bhavita, you will also exist in the future. He's not talking about that past which you have lived and a year before, a month before, or few years before. He's talking about that past where you have lived even before you have taken this physical body. He's talking about that past. Bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. Bhavita means he's also talking about that future. He says you will also exist in the future, not the coming year or not a decade ahead. He's telling that you will exist. You'll continue to exist in the future, in every future. Even after you left this body, even after you leave this body, you will continue to exist. That is what he says. But how is it possible to exist even after you leave this body? Ajo nitya shashvatoyam. Ajo. This is one of the beautiful slokas in Bhagavad Gita which I like very much. So he says Ajo. Ajo is a Sanskrit word for Atma, the soul. Ajo. Nitya. So you are that soul who is Nitya. Permanent. Ajo. Nitya Shashvatoyam. Eternal. You are that soul which is permanent and eternal. Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam. Purano. You are ancient. You are such ancient that you have existed even before the creation was created. See, the simple word, I have meditated on these Bhagavad Gita slokas. Okay? So you may not find my explanation in any of the books, but when I have meditated on the slokas, every word spoke to me and I got a different understanding from each and every sloka and even from the words. Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Purano. Purano means ancient. You are such ancient that you have existed even before the creation was created. That means you are the creator who created this creation. So that ancient, you are that ancient. My dear friends, you may be existing at this level of identity that I am an individual self. But when you elevate your consciousness, when you go subtle and subtle and subtle, as much as you go subtle, so much will you expand your consciousness. As much as you go subtle, will you understand your expansive nature? Will you understand your unlimited nature? As much subtle as you go, you will understand your unlimited nature. The more subtler and subtler you go, the more unlimited you will become. The more subtler and subtler you go, the more powerful you will become. The more subtler and subtler you will go, the more you will understand your real self. You are the creator, not anything less, who has created this entire creation. And it will not stay as a concept for you. It will start becoming an experience for you. Swami Vivekananda has told, very interestingly, about education, what Swami Vivekananda has told and the Socrates has told. Swami Vivekananda told education is that by which character is formed, by which mind powers are increased, by which intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on his own feet. That is what Swami Vivekananda told. Socrates told, he said, education is remembering what you have forgot. I saw a lot of depth in the statement and connected to this particular word, Purano. Education is remembering what you have forgot. Whatever education you're getting in this lifetime, the formal education that you're getting from the school or college, or the education that you're getting while living your life. So everything, all the education that you're getting is actually remembering what you have forgot. That's the next level of education. That means you already know. There is something inside you which already knows. There is that eternal consciousness inside you. There is that permanent consciousness inside you which actually knows everything. So you're remembering what you have forgot. When you ground yourself in your true nature, when you go inside yourself and connect to your true nature, then that is where you would also have an ability and a capacity to know all the things of the world. See, for example, I'm in London. Let's suppose I'm staying in London for the last 30, 40 years. So if I'm in London for so many years, or maybe some 80, 100 years, let's say, so then I would know all the streets of the London, right? Because I had been there. I am living there. And I may have traveled most of the streets. Then I would know all the streets, or at least most of the streets. Because I had been living there from so many years, because I was there all the time. So then I would know about all the streets. The same way, as you go subtler and subtler, as you meditate more and more, as you go subtler and subtler, you will understand that you have existed all the time. There is no time that you are not there. That is what this particular shloka says. You are such ancient. You are ancient. You are ancient. You are so ancient that you have existed even before the creation was created. So, ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire na hanyate hanyamane sharire. What does it mean? Only your body is perishable. Only the physical body, the visible part of yours is perishable. You are a combination of the visible part and an invisible part. The invisible part is not perishable. So, as a soul entity, you are not perishable. But as a body entity, you are perishable. So, you need to understand enlightenment or no death. Death is there for the body. So, na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Body is perishable. Body dies at some point of time. That too, if you choose to. Only if you choose to. Either consciously or subconsciously. Only if you choose to, then the body dies. But the soul is eternal. Soul is permanent. There's also one more beautiful sloka that is there in Bhagavad Gita. It says, Nainam chindanti shastrami, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapo, na svoshayati maruta. Nainam chindanti shastrami, you are not destroyed by any kind of weapon. You are that entity which is not destroyed by any kind of weapon. You are that soul which is not destroyed. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha. You cannot be burnt by fire. Na chainam kledayantyapa, na soshayati marutaha. You cannot be drenched in rain. You cannot be moved by air. Cannot be touched by air. Nothing can impact you. Nothing can burn you. Nothing can destroy you. That is the real nature of us. That is what Bhagavad Gita tells the seeker. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. You are an indestructible entity. You are not perishable. You cannot be burnt by fire. You cannot be destroyed by weapons. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. See, when I'm telling that this is what Bhagavad Gita says, don't take it just as a knowledge, but see yourself within yourself. How much do you believe in it? that you are a non-perishable entity, non-destructible entity, how much do you believe? Do an introspection. Because when you do that introspection, I'll tell you what happens. When you do that introspection, something becomes easy inside. You may be going through a lot of difficulties in your regular life now. You may be going through a lot of judgments. You may be going through so much of hard time. You may be going through a strained relationship. You may be going through some unmet expectations, which might have made your life hell. No, my life is good. It is not hell, but it is less than hell or better than hell. Okay, no issues. But whatever that you may be facing in your life, see from the context of you being an immortal entity, you being an eternal entity, you being a permanent entity. When you see from that context, everything changes. But you need to realize this wisdom, not just by your mind and intellect, but you need to experience it. Now we'll come to the part of enlightenment. What is enlightenment then? Is realizing this wisdom practically. When will that happen? When will that happen? When you do meditation, what will happen is, see, now this is the important part. When you do meditation, when you do a lot of meditation, then your astral body will come out. You'll do astral travel. You'll be able to see your body. You're doing meditation. When you're doing meditation, then when you see your astral body coming out, and when your astral body is seeing your body, physical body, then that is the point when you will understand practically that you're not just this physical body, but you're also something else. You may be having those 7 sheets or 7 bodies, but when your astral body for the first time comes out and sees its own physical body, I want you to check, I want all of you to check yourself. How many people have experienced an astral travel where you may have seen your own physical body? That is the point of first enlightenment. That is the point where you have realized the wisdom, what Sri Krishna was trying to give through Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, the seeker. The seer is giving that wisdom to the seeker. So, hearing Bhagavad Gita doesn't make a lot of difference. Yes, it might give some intellectual understanding, but actually going into meditation, going deeper and deeper into meditation, and then seeing your own physical body through your astral body, by doing an astral travel, that is when you practically understand that you're not just the physical body, but you're also something else. That is when your connection, your attachment to this physical body and to this lifetime will start vanishing gradually. Because that is the point when you will understand that you have not just one lifetime, but you may be having multiple lifetimes, and this is just one of the lifetimes that you are having. There will be some kind of ease that will develop. There will be some kind of ease in the heart, ease in the mind, ease in the thinking. Because you will understand that, yes, this is only one of the lifetimes I am living. I have lived so many lifetimes earlier, and I have a choice to live so many lifetimes later. So when you understand that you have this choice, when you understand the big picture, that is when you will start understanding the big picture of life. Life is not just one lifetime, my dear friends. Life is a series of lifetimes. Then you will understand, wow, amazing. You'll feel good. inside, you'll understand, okay, I'm just playing the role in this physical body in this lifetime, as I have played so many roles in so many physical bodies in multiple lifetimes earlier, and I have a choice to play so many roles in so many bodies in so many lifetimes in the future too. You will understand that. When you understand, there will be a lot of ease that will come inside you. There will be a lot of feel good factor that will come inside you. When you understand the big picture, then you'll feel good. See, when you see a cinema, let's suppose Bahubali. Okay, Kattappa killed Bahubali. You may be knowing few things. You have seen bits and pieces of it, or you may have seen only 10 minutes of Bahubali. Would you be happy? No, right? But when you see both the parts of Bahubali, part 1 and part 2, and maybe if Rajamouli tomorrow or later releases part 3, part 4, part 5, and till part 10, if you have seen all the parts, you'll be happy and fulfilled, correct? While knowing that all these parts are there, all these parts are available for you to watch, and you're watching, there will be a certain joy, there will be a certain ease. The same thing happens. We get a bigger understanding. We get to see a big picture. When we see a big picture, everything shifts. You're not so attached with life. And Bhagavad Gita says, okay, even if you die, what will happen? Hatova praptyasi swargam. Hatova praptyasi swargam. Even if you get killed, you will go into the heaven. So what? Even if somebody gets killed, they may go into heaven. Heaven, he has named that other dimension as a heaven. Why he has named that other dimension as a heaven? I have some practical experiences where my mother, when she left her body, a tailor who has seen my mother only once, after 2 days of my mother's funeral, this tailor started calling me, okay? And he said, I want to meet you, I want to come to your home. And he has come to my home. And he was not understanding why he is intending to come, but he came. He came, he sat in our house, and immediately he saw my mother's photo. There was a picture where my mother's young picture was there before marriage, okay? And he saw that photo and immediately said, sir, I have seen this lady. She has come into my vision in the meditation, and I saw her. I saw her so clearly. She said, I'm going to be a spiritual mother, and I'm going to help you gain a lot of spiritual wisdom. And she made me travel to different planets and different worlds. In that meditation, he had a vision where he traveled to different worlds where my mother was guiding him there. So then I understood that yes, people, when they leave the physical body, the aging is there for the physical body. But usually when you go to the other dimension, okay, so they are in their younger self. They appear in their younger self. That is one thing that I have come to know through this Tyler's experience. This Tyler is also a very surprising person. He comes to me, or whenever I go to him, he's just a small time ladies tailor with so many problems in the world about his physical body, about his shop, about his finances, about his family. So he keeps telling me all the problems. Okay, I keep listening to him, and at one moment, immediately his consciousness shifts. The moment his consciousness shifts, he starts speaking such beautiful wisdom, such pearls of wisdom, that he starts speaking such good Telugu. Even I have to think, what is the meaning of this word? How can he beautifully combine such words to make such statements? So he starts speaking with such a fluent Telugu and giving some beautiful and deep spiritual science wisdom. So Then I asked him, what is your experience, and how do you get to speak these things? He said, I am Socrates in my past incarnation. Why I'm telling you this is, so he's in a regular mode with a regular problem, but when there is good space created for him, there is an expression coming out which may be a result of his past incarnation. So he is connecting to that wisdom, and he is giving out that wisdom. He is sharing that wisdom, and he speaks so logically, so connected with such a fluency. It's a different person altogether when he was speaking at that mode. So I'm talking about a possibility. When you understand the big picture, there's also a possibility that in your meditation, you will see your past lives. That is one possibility. And another possibility is you will see your past lives. I have seen my past lives in my meditation. I'm sure most of you might have seen your past lives in your meditation. I've seen my past life, immediate past life, in Uttarakhand as a monk, as a Hindu orange robed monk. And I also have been to the room where I stayed as a monk. And then I have seen an incarnation as a girl in a small village nearby Srishalam. So I have seen my incarnations, and definitely you can also see your incarnations. That is also possible. And I'm not trying to promote any belief system here. Dr. Brian Weiss from United States is a psychiatrist. He's a renowned psychiatrist. He's a qualified doctor and a psychiatrist. And he has written books, Many Lives, Many Masters. And he has written multiple books. He has experimented on people by taking them back into their life, into the life that they have lived earlier by regression. So when he was taking a patient into regression to clear her phobias and fears, so she started speaking a different language. He was so astonished because he is from a Christian belief system where they do not believe in reincarnation. So he is from that belief system. So, but this lady is speaking some other language. So she's talking some other things, and he's not able to clear her current phobias and fears. When he let her go into regression into her child life too, then he clears her fears and phobias through another life that she has lived. Then he did so many such experiments. There are also documentaries where people who remembered their past life, they took them on camera to the place where they have lived. Small kids were able to identify their partners who are now aged partners. They are able to identify their houses. There are documentaries in BBC too. So it is a scientific phenomenon. It is not just a blind belief phenomena, but reincarnation is a scientific phenomenon. You will also understand by your own meditation, by seeing your own past lives. And sometimes you may also be getting connected to the abilities that you have got in your past life. So I got some samskaras from my monk life too. Because I was a person who was reciting Vedas in that lifetime. So maybe I have got some speaking ability from that past life, one thing. And I also like this Panchamrutam and few kind of things. From my childhood onwards, I used to eat, mixing all these things, drink. So these are some of the qualities that I may have got from my past life. So I want you to open up your mind to the possibility that you have a past life or you have a series of past lives. That is what we understand. That is what we can know when we do a lot of meditation. That is when we know that there is no death. And enlightenment or not a true enlightenment, through the first enlightenment, where you're able to do the astral travel and see your own physical body with the astral body, then you will understand that there is no death to the physical body. Sorry, no death to the soul. There's only death to the physical body, because you are not just the physical body. That is the point where you'll understand that there is no death to you, because you're not just a physical body. You're not blood and bones. You're something more. You're not atoms and molecules. You're something more. You're not the visible physical body. You're something more. That we can call it, with convenience, as a soul. So this is the understanding. And then in this, with this understanding, my dear friends, the question that we need to pose, the topic, the title of this session is, are you ready to die now? Are you ready to die now? How many of you say that you're ready to die now? I just want an answer, either through chat or, you can unmute yourself and say, how many of you are ready to die now, in this moment? In this moment, how many of you are ready to die now? What is... No, please. Okay, at least I got one answer. How many of you are ready to die now? No, got it. Friends, we can live in two ways. We can live either in bondage, or we can live either in liberation. There is another concept. Salvation, we'll leave it for now. Okay, salvation is moksha. Liberation is mukti. Liberation from what? From the shackles of life, from the bondages of life. You can still be living life, yet be free of the shackles, yet be free of the bondages of life. That is when you are living your life free from the attachments. I'm not telling you are living an incomplete life. I'm talking a person who is living an incomplete life only is bound by the things of life, only is bound by the relations of life, is not bound. See, you can be present for your relations, you can be present for your partner, you can be loving your partner, you can be loving your kids. I'm not telling you should not, I'm not telling you need not. You can be still loving, you can be there for them, you can be planning for them, you can do everything for them, but are you free of them? Are you free of the bondages of life? This is another way of questioning. There's another way of questioning is, are you living your life completely? So completely that you don't have anything incomplete. Even if you have something incomplete, are you complete with your incompleteness? See, usually people live their life so incompletely. They don't express what they have to express. They don't say what they have to say. They may be saying, I should not have done this. Maybe I might have said a sorry, but they don't say. But that keeps stuck in their mind. That creates that incompletion. Why people have to meditate? One of the primary reason is introspection. What happens in meditation? First, initially astral travel may not happen. You'll get thoughts. What is happening in meditation? Why are we getting all these thoughts? All the incomplete situations that you have lived in your life, all the incomplete things that you have gone through in your life, all the incomplete relationships, all the incomplete communications, all the incomplete works, somebody might have told you something, you have not reacted at that point of time. See, when I was doing meditation, I was remembering all these things. When I was 2 years old, what happened? When I was 3 years old, what happened? When I was 1 year old, what happened? And there are a few things which was incomplete inside my mind, because the wisdom for those things was not complete. Unless we gather the wisdom for the situations that we face in life, we will not feel incomplete. So now man and woman, or everyone is a running race in life, is doing a running race in life. We are so busy, so occupied. At least I'm happy that some of you have come here to attend this session. That's so wonderful. Everyone is so busy that they don't have this time to introspect and complete the wisdom what they have to attain from the situations of the life. As a man and a woman, as a person who is born in this earth planet, we keep getting exposed to so many situations in life. See, I was exposed to so many situations as a student, as an employee, as an IT employee in India, as an IT employee in USA, and as a seeker in Himalayas, as a student of law, as a student of media law, and then as a legal consultant. So I'm getting exposed to so many series of situations in my life. Am I getting the complete wisdom out of these situations? Am I allowing myself? Am I giving myself that time to complete the wisdom that I have to attain, that I have to take out of all the situations that I face? If I'm allowing the time to complete the wisdom out of all the situations that I live, then I'll be living in completeness. I'll not be in incompleteness. And when I am living in completeness, that is the moment when I will be ready to die. This moment, this very moment. That is a moment of another realization. Because at that moment, at that very moment, I want you to really question yourself. I don't want you to take this as a concept. Are you ready to die now? If you are not ready to die, what is that which is making you think why not to die? Is it that fear of death? Or is it that you're feeling that, no, these are the things that I need to do for this person? That person has helped me so much, I want to give it back. Or maybe, I want to facilitate few more things for this person or his family. Are you ready to die now? What is stopping you to die now? So if you are not ready to die now, you are not a liberated person. It is okay. You are not ready to die now. You are not ready to die now. But if you are ready to die now, my salutes. My salutes to that person who is ready to die now, because they have it is not that they're going to die now, but it is a state of mind, it is a state of being, it is a state of existence expressing through that person, where the life that they may have in the next second is equal to the death that they may have in the next second. Right? Carefully take this statement. The life that you're going to have in the next second, you never know what is there in the next minute and next second, correct? But although we live optimistically, as we're going to live for 100 years, but people wouldn't know. But if you can take life and death, you know that you have life in the next minute, in the next hour, in the next year and the coming years. You know that if you know that you have life for the coming time, how happy and fulfilled and satisfied and how complete you are. And if you know that there is death in the next second, in the next minute it is there, or the next hour it is there, how happy, complete and fulfilled you are. If these two matches, these two are equal, then that is a state of liberation. That's a state of liberation. My dear friends, are you liberated or are you bound? This is the question I want you to ask yourself today. Because death has so many perspectives. Death has so much to teach us. Death is the Maheshwara concept, Maha-Ishvara concept. It's not a Brahma concept. It is not a Vishnu concept, but it is Maha-Ishvara concept, death. And that too, who takes the responsibility of death? The responsibility of death is given to none other than Yama Dharma Raju. Yama Dharma Raju. The responsibility of death is given to a person who is so righteous. Dharma Raju is the king of Dharma, king of righteousness. The Lord Yama, the king of righteousness, is given to that person. So he is responsible for letting a person do their journey while leaving their physical body. So there is so much of wisdom, there's so many perspectives around death. There's so much of intricate and in-depth wisdom that one can take from the teacher called death. So I want you to take today the point that to do a self-check, a self-analysis, a self-reflection, a self-introspection about how complete you are living your life, that you're ready to die the next moment, or if you are dying the next moment, still you are not incomplete with anything in life. At least can you think of a possibility of yourself at some point of time in the future? No, sir, I'm not ready to die now, sir. You may be telling me, yes. Your mind may be telling, no, sir, I'm not ready to die now. Okay, my dear friend, it's okay. You're not ready to die now. But at least do you see yourself at some point in the future where you may get ready to die at that very moment? When you're ready to die in that very moment, that is the moment of an explosion of consciousness will happen. You'll be in this physical body, yet you'll be so free. You'll be in this life, yet you'll be so free. You'll be in all those relationships, yet you'll be so free. You'll be involved in all those things of life, yet you'll be so free and you'll be so present. You'll be so present. You'll be so aware. That's a magical, there will be a magical connection that will happen to all things of life. That's a beautiful connection, a revived, a new connection will establish, a new relationship will establish with all the things of life. You'll not be going away from life, but you'll be immersed in life. You'll be present to the very concept of life when you're ready to die. Because you'll understand the beauty of life. Unless you have thought about, you have reflected about, you have introspected about the possibility of death, you will not understand the beauty of life. Unless you have seen the darkness, unless you have experienced darkness to a certain extent, you will not understand the beauty of light. You will not understand what you can gain from light, what you can see from light. The same way, death, if you have got the wisdom of death, if you're ready to die, then life happens at a different level. You live life at a very different level. So this is the point that I wanted to make today in this series of enlightenment on no death. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And now I would like to open the floor for questions as the organizer has requested. Thank you. Yeah. Please limit the questions to what we have spoken today, it will be great. Anybody want to ask something? Anybody want to reflect? Anybody want to share their reflections, their internal reflections? Anybody want to share what has opened up for them, what they have realized out of the context that we have created in this session today? So they're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Pradeep Garu, for enlightening us on this wonderful topic, enlightenment on no death. Such a profound wisdom you have shared with all of us. Thank you once again. So one participant asked, what is Panchamrutam? You have mentioned about.
So I used to take from my childhood. I was so fond of mixing ghee. Okay, so that 1 kg bottle ghee and all the curd. We used to have very solid curd in our home coming from a single buffalo, and sugar. Okay, and if possible honey also. I used to mix all of that, and because I might feel that if my mom's is what she would tell. So I used to mix all of that in a bowl and go under the bed, and I used to eat it all the time. So that was my favorite dish all the time. Okay. So then I realized it might be something to do with what was given as a prasada to people. Okay. So that was one of the thing. Next.
So what is Maheshwara concept that you have told? Maheshwara.
Maheshwara is nothing but the Shiva consciousness. Usually we say generator, operator, destroyer. Generator is Brahma, operator is Vishnu, and destroyer is Maheshwara. So the death or letting go. We need not call it as death. We can also say let go. So there is a certain pattern in everything of life. So we create something, then we administer something, and then we let go at a time that it has to be let go. See, we create a project. You created this series. You people have created this series of lectures on enlightenment or no death, and then you're administrating it. So the Vishnu aspect of it is going on now. Now the organizers are seeing that it happens on time, it closes on time, and the floor is open for questions at a certain point of time when the speakers are called, speakers are given calls, and they come. All this is administration, the Vishnu concept. And then the Maheshwara concept. And there will be a time where you need to let go of these sessions. You need to stop this. So the Maheshwara is the death, which gives the death. So you can call it as death, you can call it as stopping, or you can just say, let go. So that is the Maheshwara concept that I was talking about.
Okay, thank you. So, Premaji?
Namaste. Namaste,
Namaste.
Master. This is Prema, and firstly, I would like to thank you for giving us a wonderful section. So I would say this is one of my best section that I have listened. So my question to you is, you talk about astral traveling, right? So when talking about astral traveling, like when they are doing their meditation, at what stage of meditation will they start with the astral traveling? And what is your first, when you first had your astral traveling, what was the experience like?
At what stage will they do astral travel? It's like when your energy body is fully filled with the cosmic energy, just like a bucket is fully filled with water, then it overflows. Then the third eye potential gets kinetic. When your energy body is fully, I'm not talking about the physical body.
Okay.
I'm talking about the energy body. When you're meditating and meditating, so this cosmic energy enters into the physical body, and when it gets fully filled, then the third eye potential gets kinetic. When the third eye potential gets kinetic, so third eye means it is nothing but this extrasensory perception. you are able to perceive not just by the physical. You're able to perceive not just by the physical sensory organs of the physical body, but you're also able to perceive by the sensory organs of the astral body also. Okay? So out of which clairvoyance is one, clairsentience is another one, clairaudience is another one. So you have all these 5 sensory abilities getting active, or one of these sensory organ abilities getting active in the other body. So when we keep on meditating, when the energy body is fully filled with cosmic energy, then that is the point when a possibility of astral travel would happen. This is one way. Okay. The another way is you may not be really filling all your energy body with the cosmic energy, but you may have had these experiences in your past incarnation. When you have done a lot of sadhana in your past life and you have got these experiences in your past life, then in this incarnation, when we are doing meditation, we'll get connected to those abilities at certain point of time. And even when we connect to those abilities, then also we'll be getting this experience of astral travel. This is the second possibility. And third possibility is there are, but this is my personal observation. I have not read it anywhere, but my personal observation, see, I have taught meditation to more than 1 million people. I interacted with thousands and thousands of meditators and got to know their experience. So what my observation is these spiritual gifts are also traveling in the bloodlines. There are some bloodlines. If one of the parents has got that ability, spiritual ability or spiritual gift is also present in their children. And it is getting activated at certain point of time. So these are the 3 different possibilities by which a person may have astral travel. Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
And someone is writing something. Can one of the organizers read it for me?
Yeah.
If anyone is asking any questions in the chat.
Sir, thank you for your wonderful wisdom. My question is, even if we have few things unsettled and things left to be done, can we still wish to die and move to the next dimension? Will it be taken care in the next life? And if still some wishes remain in the world to be fulfilled, but we want to let go of the body, is this possible, sir? What would be the outcome?
Oh, wonderful. That's a very interesting question. See, when we write an exam, the exam is for 100 marks, but we will not have to write all the 100 marks and then to pass. We'll not have to attempt all the 100 marks to pass. We'll not. See, we just need some 40 marks to pass. The same way, when we are coming here, we would have taken some syllabus and we may complete most part of it, okay, to pass this lifetime, and then we may choose to go to the next dimension. And then once we go there, then we'll do a review. We'll do a review as to, okay, I have taken this syllabus in this incarnation to fulfill these, this wisdom, to get this wisdom, to get exposed to these kind of situations, and to get these kind of learnings. Okay, I have not completed all of it, but I may have completed some 40% or 50% or 60% or 90%. And once I do a review, and again I'll create a lesson plan for me for the next incarnation. And there another possibility is also that I may feel that, oh, I have, I've done only 20% of what I have planned. No, I have to now take not just one incarnation, but I'll take 2 different bodies and 2 different incarnations, or 4 different bodies and 4 different incarnations on Earth planet at the same time for completing all this syllabus. So once you go there, you'll have the choice. So you need not worry that, I have completed, not completed, or, it is just goes whatever you're going through in life. That is your soul plan. Whatever you're going through your life, be grounded in it. When you're grounded in it, when you're in alignment with it, when you feel aligned, you will have an alignment. When you're feeling unaligned, you will not have an alignment. It's so simple. You need not get in synchronicity with your soul plan. just to feel that you are in sync with your soul plan, that synchronicity will automatically happen. That alignment will automatically happen. Yeah, thank you. Next, please.
Yes. Next is just a feedback. Such an amazing, profound wisdom on the eternity of soul through Bhagavad Gita. Personal experience was just amazing. My father recently vacated his body. Today's session has helped me a lot to put perspective of life. This has helped me overcome my questions and given wisdom. Thank you very much for the organization, masters. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
yes, Kavita Srini.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Sorry, good morning to you.
Yeah.
My question is like all these sessions, they say that like, we have come here for a purpose or like a soul plan. Just sometimes I think like, I don't do any like lot of volunteering or nothing like that. It is just a family life, looking after kids, going to work, coming back. I feel what is the plan behind it? Nothing like, so suppose, these kind of things. So I don't know what exactly that soul plan is. If you can enlighten me, that would be great. Thank you.
Wonderful question, madam. You need to be okay with what you're doing, and you also need to be okay with what you're not doing. So if there is some kind of restlessness that is coming, if you're not in a state of restfulness, then you may need to do something else. But if you're in a state of restfulness, if you're in a state of restful awareness, if you're in a state of restful joy, okay, you're in a state of restful awareness and yet joyful, then you're aligned. I think this is a measure that you can do. If you're in a state of restful awareness and feeling joyful, and there is no restlessness inside, then you are aligned with your soul plan. But if you are feeling some kind of restlessness inside, then you are not aligned with your soul plan. Then your soul is trying to tell you that you need to do something else. It keeps trying to push you. But when a person, I'm not telling about you, but when a person doesn't understand that they have to get aligned to the soul plan, then it will give some health challenge, some small fever, some rash, some cough, some cold, some gray hair, some whatever, some chronic disease, some acute disease, okay, and then they'll get into alignment, some relationship challenge, okay, that is when again you'll get into alignment with your soul plan. Or it may create some hard situation, some difficult situation, some job situation, some no job situation, some difficult situation in the job, or it might be something else, which will push you out of that restful awareness and joy state. It will push you out of that state. When you're out of that state, when you're facing hurdles and difficulties, when you feel life is not supporting you, people are not supporting you, when you're feeling that hardship, that means you're not in alignment with your life purpose or soul plan. But when you're totally joyful and grounded and peaceful inside, that is when you can know that you are in alignment with your soul plan.
Okay, that's the purpose. The meditation helps. Is that that's the context? Yes. I understand. Yeah.
Meditation will help you understand why you're getting those challenges, what is the wisdom that you need to inculcate in yourself, and in that manner, you'll also get a clarity of moving forward, how to move forward, in which way to move forward. You'll also keep getting the clarity.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your profound input. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Ravi Kiran Garu.
Thank you so much, Pradeep, Master. So, such a wonderful wisdom today. It's a very profound and very much important for each of the participants here, and everybody is definitely taking your, wisdom today. And I can see that the interest that some of the participants here are very much new to the meditation as well, not just to the wisdom, different deep, deeper wisdoms, but just to the meditation also they are new, but still they are able to grasp. It's such a wonderful session that you have explained, taking the wisdom from Bhagavad Gita and different, Vedas and everything. Thank you so much. and it will go on. Listening to Pradeep, Master, is like, it can go on for hours. So because of the time, constraint, we had to, so that, you guys can ask the questions. In the future, we will have more such sessions from Master Pradeep. Okay, so you have listened to Grandmaster Prabodh. So he is none other than brother of Grandmaster Prabodh. So they both are, great masters, and I learn a lot from them. So yeah, thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful wisdom today. It's so enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ravi Garu. And thank you so much, Sharda Madam, Sri Lakshmi Madam, and any other organizers whose names I might not know and may have missed. Thank you so much for this opportunity that was given to me to share my inner thoughts. And thank you so much to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji for having guided me for many years. And thank you so much to Grandmaster Prabodh Achyutagaru for teaching me meditation, teaching me and my family meditation for the very first time. And thank you so much, Ravi Garu and Pranahita, my sister and Bavu Garu, okay, who keeps on supporting me all the time. And thank you to all the London masters. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. We still have the questions. Sorry, we still have the questions. So I'm just sharing my feedback. But yeah, thank you. So I think Sri Lakshmi, if you can take the other questions as well, will be good in the chat.
We have a couple of questions, 2 to 3 questions. Sir, thank you so much for the knowledge and the wisdom. As you mentioned about the soul plan, then sir, do we all complete the soul plan of the soul in this incarnation and then leave the body?
No, I have already answered that question.
Okay. Is it possible to change soul plan?
Everyone has their free will to make some modifications. See, life is a pull and push between free will and destiny. We have a free will, okay? So it's a push and pull and push between free will and destiny. I will not say that we'll have complete free will. So the destiny might be the soul plan, but we'll have a free will to go to the destiny in the way we want. The destiny is Delhi. That's my understanding. Okay, people are open to explore by experimentation, and by doing a lot of meditation, you can gain those insights. But my insight says, this is my personal experience. I'm not read it anywhere. I'm not telling it from any of the books. What I am saying is not biased from the wisdom of the books. Okay, so my experience is, we have a certain soul plan, and we will be gradually aligned to the soul plan. And do we have a free will to change the soul plan? We have a free will to change the path to attain that soul plan. I have to go to Delhi. I can take a bus route, I can take a car, I can take an SUV, I can take a flight, I can take a connecting flight. So I have options. That free will is there. But soul plan as such, the syllabus what we have planned, so mostly we'll be hitting that syllabus, we'll be completing that syllabus. Life, the soul will try to keep you on the track for what you have planned most of the times. Thank you.
Thank you, Master, for the great wisdom. My question is that if we have restlessness and we have to meditate on our incompleteness, what is the thought we have to keep in mind? And I don't know, what is that? Neferate, sir. Thank you.
So when there is restlessness, you just have to meditate. You don't have to have any thought. See, meditation is nothing but having no thoughts. Meditation happens. The real meditation happens. See, it is not, see, at a first level, we say, please do meditation for this time, that time. That's a first level. But actual thing is, meditation happens in that no thought zone. So you need to hit that no thought zone. In that no thought zone, when we hit and connect to that no thought zone, then meditation happens. When that meditation happens through that no thought zone or thoughtless state, then that is where the inner peace will come. That restlessness will go and a restful awareness will come. In Turiya state, see, we are aware of all the realities all the time. We'll be getting connected to that eternal awareness that is out there. Yet you will be restful. So a restfulness will come naturally in your meditation. You don't have to create any thought. You don't have to meditate on any thought. You don't even have to meditate on restfulness to get into restfulness. It is a natural phenomenon that happens in meditation when the meditation happens. When you keep doing meditation, and then the meditation, the real meditation happens. Dhyanam nirvishaya manaha. So you'll get into that empty mind. Okay, thank you. Next.
Mallika garu.
Yeah. Hello, Pradeep Master. Namaste, Andy.
Namaste.
Just wanted to say thank you for the wonderful wisdom. You have beautifully explained with the Bhagavad Gita slokas that soul is eternal, and we just the soul takes forms until it gets liberation. You have explained with the example of many masters and many lives book, and from your personal experiences, and you have also explained that how we have to perform our duties with a detachment. That there is so much we have learned in today's session. Thank you so much, sir, for being here and sharing the knowledge. Just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir.
So much, Mallika garu. Thank you so much. It is
Thank
so
you, Andy.
nice to hear you here today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So, anyone, friends? Anyone would like to speak or share experiences?
I don't have any website as such, but there are some sessions that I have taken in some channels like PMC UK, PMC USA, and a lot of interviews in PMC Telugu. Around maybe 100 interviews in Telugu. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Pradeep garu, once again. So, as everyone shared, so profound, so deep subject you have shared with all of us. Thank you so much once again. Yeah.
Thank you. And I wish enlightenment on no death to all the audience today. I wish it from the core of my heart, this wisdom of no death to each and everyone who is listening to this sentence. Okay, I wish just that. Thank you.
We have last participant actually, Reena. One more. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Sirji. Thank you, Atma Bandhan. Today's session is like my lifetime teaching. I don't need any more teaching. It's so wonderful, so profound. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
I'm receiving all the blessings. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for all the organizers and in this platform. I'm there. So grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reena ji. Thank you so much. Okay, friends. Thank you all once again. Thank you, Pradeep garu. So, we request you to take more sessions in this UK platform in future. Thank you. So, okay, friends, let's all connect tomorrow with one more master. So we have tomorrow Kiran Anmulasetti Master from Quantum Life University. So let's connect again in tomorrow's session. Good night, everyone.